Welcome back, everyone. In this lecture, we're going to discuss the difference between TensorFlow and Keras. So before we begin learning how to code our own neural networks, I want to quickly clarify the differences between TensorFlow and Keras, since this is a common point of confusion for students. So we already learned all the theoretical aspects of neural networks. Now, right before we start coding, I want to clarify a few things. TensorFlow is an open source deep learning library developed by Google, with TensorFlow 2.0 being officially released in late 2019. TensorFlow has a large ecosystem of related components, including libraries like TensorPort for visualization, deployment options, and production APIs, as well as support for various programming languages, not just Python. Keras is a high-level Python library that can use a variety of deep learning libraries underneath. So it can operate on top of libraries such as TensorFlow, CNTK, or Theano. TensorFlow 1.x, or any of the 1-point versions, had a complex Python class system for building models. And because it was a little more complex, the Keras library ended up being a simpler, more abstract API that could run on top of TensorFlow. So Keras ended up becoming very popular. And it was so popular that when the developers for TensorFlow ended up releasing 2.0, they adopted Keras as the official API for TensorFlow. So while Keras still also remains as a separate library from TensorFlow, it can also now be officially imported through TensorFlow. So there's no need to do an additional installation of Keras. Keras is now officially part of TensorFlow, and it's the official API for TensorFlow 2.0 and going forward, because it's simpler to use than the more complex subclass system that was used in TensorFlow 1.x versions. The Keras API, it's easy to use and builds models by simply adding layers on top of each other through simple calls. So in the next lecture, let's begin exploring the basics of the Keras API for TensorFlow. I'll see you there.